The armed forces of Ukraine secretly use experimental V-BAT reconnaissance drones of the American company Shield AI. It was reported that these drones are very resistant to Russian radio-electronic warfare systems. According to the head of Shield AI, the Ukrainian Special Forces launched the V-BAT from a distance of 40 kilometers from the front line and operated at a depth of 100 kilometers behind the Russian army. Thanks to this, a warehouse of missiles for the Buk anti-aircraft systems was found, which was destroyed by a HIMARS strike. When Russian jamming neutralized the recon drones of a Ukrainian special operations unit near Dnipro in August, they turned to an alternative: V-BAT drones, designed to withstand intense electronic interference used by both sides in Ukraine's conflict. The strikes eliminated the SAMs and marked a major test for the V-BATs, which successfully gathered targeting data and relayed it to artillery despite Russia's advanced electronic warfare defenses. While Ukraine has drones that can evade electronic warfare through autonomous on-platform computing, these typically serve as single-use attack assets. V-BAT, however, delivers real-time data to potent weapon systems like howitzers or HIMARS, providing a decisive advantage, according to Tseng, who witnessed the operation. With a 300-mile range, the V-BAT offered Ukrainian forces a new perspective on the battlefield. They were able to gather intelligence they'd never had before, thanks to the V-BAT's long endurance, Tseng said in an interview on Thursday. While they previously had equipment that could reach 60 or 100 kilometers, those had short on-station times, 10 to 15 minutes. In contrast, the V-BAT loitered for 8, 9, even 10 hours, giving them the time to locate and assess multiple targets. Tseng and his team initially brought V-BATs to Ukraine in June to test them against heavy EW interference. A June report from the Ukrainian military confirmed the drones could operate close to jamming sources, within 1,000 meters, without disruption, according to Tseng. Despite these results, NATO and US officials were skeptical. They said, "No one's passed this testing. All drones fail here. You'll be no different," Tseng recalled. To convince them, he arranged a live battlefield test. A Ukrainian operator later corroborated the V-BAT's success in an interview with the Wall Street Journal. And in August, Tseng presented these results to Congress. Defense officials caution there's no silver bullet for victory in Ukraine, often pointing to why they restrict certain weapons. Still, the war has highlighted Ukraine's agility, firing quickly, moving fast, and evading Russian counterattacks. Yet Russia, better supplied with munitions, has adapted swiftly. The V-BAT aims to address both challenges. Compact enough to fit in an SUV and able to launch vertically, it aligns with Ukraine's shoot-and-scoot strategy. Runways are vulnerable, watched points, Tseng noted, emphasizing the V-BAT's flexibility. The drone's ability to provide real-time battle damage assessments also helps Ukrainian forces optimize their limited ammunition. Without EW-resistant drones, they often don't know if they're hitting targets, Tseng said. Next, for the V-BAT, Shield AI plans to integrate a Northrop Grumman-developed laser-guided munition called the Hatchet, which is set for release in late 2025. This year, the U.S. funded the creation of 800 mobile fire teams to combat Shahed drones, says U.S. Ambassador to Kyiv Bridget Brink. These teams, based within the State Border Guard Service and National Police, have already downed over 200 Russian drones. FPV operators from the 73rd Naval Special Operation Forces Center struck Russian positions, among them an ammo warehouse. Ukrainian first-person view drones have become a major threat to Russian forces, changing the face of modern warfare. Originally designed as racing drones, these compact, agile machines are now weaponized with explosives and piloted in real time by Ukrainian operators. Capable of precision strikes on tanks, artillery, and even key personnel, FPV drones are cheap, difficult to detect, and easily deployed in swarms. Russian troops are finding it increasingly challenging to defend against these fast-moving aerial threats, as they can penetrate deep into enemy lines, bringing a new level of precision and impact to the battlefield. A Russian woman suspects the Lada car is also produced in China. I wouldn't be the least bit surprised.
Look, Lada, let's go into the car settings. General settings. Next, let's read. It seems like a Russian car, right? Radar display, show door information, exchange of the front door. Replace the rear door. The door information doesn't disappear. Show the hood, show the trunk. Swap left and right from the AC temperature. Air display settings. Show the outdoor temperature, temperature per unit, and so on. Please tell me, what does this mean? What's show trunk and what's exchange left and right from the alternating current temperature? Who translated this? It's obviously not done by Russians. Did the Chinese do this too?
Lavrov repeated Russian nonsense. Ukraine's leadership is delaying agreements, which means there are fewer territories left for Ukraine, said Russian Minister of Foreign Affairs Sergei Lavrov. He stated that Ukraine must protect the rights of Russians, remain non-nuclear, neutral, and recognize the realities on the ground.
I want to emphasize that securing rights and the freedom of the legitimate interests of Russians and Russian speakers should be an integral part of the political resolution of the conflict in Ukraine. This comes along with ensuring its non-aligned neutral and non-nuclear status, and with eliminating any threats on its territory to the security of Russia. Recognizing the realities on the ground is of fundamental importance, as our President has repeatedly stated. The current leadership, with the support of the West, keeps breaching agreements one after another, and as a result, this regime retains less and less territory.
Testing of the new Sich combat module with a rapid-fire 30mm cannon on the Ukrainian-made armored vehicle, Varta 2. Representatives of the Ukrainian Armor Company reported that the combat vehicle is currently undergoing the necessary tests for codification by the Ministry of Defense, after which it will be ready for contracting by the Defense Forces. The video captures Varta 2 broadside fire, showing high stability and thus refuting fears of rolling over due to the powerful recoil of the 30mm automatic gun. The armored vehicle is equipped with the Ukrainian SICH combat module, the first samples of which appeared on the armored vehicles of the Defense Forces earlier this year.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to support Warthog Defense, please become our member and get early access to new videos, exclusive members-only videos, and become administrator in comment section. The membership link is in the description.
Every day. We had a guy last week, it's 6 rescues in 6 days. You know, he's doing the job every day.